our channel, become our patron. Visit patreon.com/Cycle Maintenance Academy.
Hi and welcome to Cycle Maintenance Academy. Getting a puncture is a common and frustrating occurrence for many cyclists. But is it possible to prevent it? In today's video we're going to have a look at different ways of reducing the likelihood of getting puncture. But before we begin, as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Okay, if you're ready, then let's begin. What causes the puncture? Penetration in a tyre. Sharp debris can pass through the tyre and inner tube, causing the air to escape. Low pressure. If the inner tube has too little air, then when the wheel hits an unexpected obstacle such as a curb or a rock, the tube gets trapped between the rim and a tyre and can cause a puncture. Faulty or lack of rim tape. If the rim tape hardens over time, then the edge becomes sharp and can cut the tube. If the rim tape is not fitted correctly or it is missing, then the sharp edges of the spoke holes in the rim can cause the puncture. How to stop the bike wheel from getting flat? If you are getting constant punctures, then first analyze what is causing the tyre to be flat. Check your inner tube and locate the hole. If the hole is on the inside of the tube or near the valve, then check the rim tape. If it doesn't cover the spoke holes or the valve, then reposition it. If it's damaged or it's missing, then fit a new one. Types of rim tapes. Plastic. This type of rim tape comes as a one piece and is robust. However, it hardens over time and loses its flexibility. Rubber. Also comes as one piece and it is easy to fit as it is stretchy. However, it deteriorates over time and breaks, leaving the inner tube exposed. Fiber. This comes as an adhesive cloth tape. It fully covers the well of the rim and it doesn't slide out of place. However, it is fiddly to fit and harder to move once installed. If the hole is on the outside or the side of the tube, then check the tyre for any sharp debris. Put your hand inside the tyre and carefully move it to see if you can feel any sharp objects. Be careful not to cut yourself. Remove the debris from the tyre. If you can't feel anything, then visually check the inside of the tyre for any damage to the internal fibres. It might be that the sharp debris is small enough to sit in a tyre without being seen, but can penetrate the tube when pressure is exerted. If you spot any damage, check the outside of the tyre and remove the sharp object. Also check the wear of your tyre. If it's worn or there are any big cuts, replace it with a new one. Puncture resistant tyres. There are many tyres on the market with varying level of puncture protection. They are lined with a strong puncture resistant compound. The thicker the lining, the more protection is offered. However, they are more expensive than standard tyres and harder to fit. Puncture resistant inner tubes. Some inner tubes can also increase the level of puncture protection. Self-sealing inner tubes. These tubes are filled with a special liquid that can seal small holes on the tread of the tyre. However, the liquid can block the valve and it can leak from a larger hole in the tube, causing a lot of mess. Puncture resistant tubes. The layer of the rubber that lies against the tyre is much thicker than a standard tube, making it harder for smaller sharp debris to penetrate. However, because of its thickness, it stretches less and may cause the tube to split at the seam. Tyre liner. To further protect your tube from punctures, you can use a tyre liner. This is usually made from a plastic material and is designed to sit between the tyre and the inner tube, creating a barrier. This is a fairly cheap option, however, it can be difficult to fit correctly and it only protects the area it covers. If you're not sure how to replace the tyre and the tube, watch this video where we show you how to do this step by step. Once you replace the tyre, don't forget to pump it up to the correct pressure to avoid pinch punctures. Our video here will guide you through the process. Tubeless. This option offers a significant reduction in punctures compared to a tyre with an inner tube. As there is no tube, the air is pumped directly into the tyre, and a special fluid seals most of the small holes caused by sharp debris. The tyre can be run at a low pressure without causing a pinch puncture. However, tubeless systems are difficult to install, and some of the sealants have to be replaced every 3 to 8 months, even if there aren't any punctures, as after a while the sealant stops being effective. Solid tyres or inserts. Another alternative are solid tyres and solid tyre inserts. Their biggest advantage is that they offer full puncture protection, as there is no air to escape. However, they are not pneumatic and therefore have a higher rolling resistance, are not as comfortable to ride, and are really difficult to install. Thanks for staying with us till the end, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to let us know in the comments below which solution did you choose to prevent your tyres from getting punctures.